Alright, this is part 2 of the dual Z-min. So we'll go over this again. Again, the purpose is making sure your bed's level, right, on the X-plane. And you have the right Z-min, which controls the right motor, the left Z-min, which controls the left motor. And the whole point is that the left motor will stop as soon as it hits the left Z-min, and the right one will stop as soon as it hits the right Z-min. Now, always making sure that bed's level. So the leveling process is a little different maybe than you're used to, or maybe it's similar depending on how you're doing it today. But the whole idea is basically you have your bed, you get the gantry as close as you can to level, and then you go ahead and home your Z on the left corner, right? You don't want to do it on the very edge. You might want to do it here. And again, if your sheet of metal is perfectly flat, then hopefully you can do it wherever you want. But on mine, it's a little bent, so I have to do it about right here, right about 100 millimeters, I guess, from each edge. And that's what I did all around all the corners, right? So you move the nozzle to 100 millimeters. I just did a paper test. You can use a feeler gauge, whatever you want, and adjust your left nut accordingly to get that right distance on this corner. Then I did the opposite corner. Then I did the back left corner, and then back to the front right corner. Right, again, doing about just a bit in. You don't do it all the way on the edge. Once I had those 4 points level, I knew that at least the bed was level relative to the nozzle. And again, before I started this, I made sure that the springs were compressed all the way. So again, compress all the springs, get your gantry, get your bed somewhat level, bring it close up to the nozzle, and then you want to do front left, back right, back left, and the front right. You'll have all the 4 points level with relativity to the nozzle itself, and then you'll go ahead and you kind of get that final micro adjustment. You'll be able to turn these Z end stops via these knobs down here. You can hardly see it, but it's there. Over here, right? So you'll use little knobs to turn them. Make sure you turn both the left and right at the same time, as equally as you can, and then that'll give you that final adjustment. So it's a little harder than just using one, but then once you have it dialed in, you don't really need to change it at all. So that's the short guide to using the dual Z-min.